Alrighty. Hi everybody, this is Dawson. I'm back with another movie review for you today. Today I'm going to be reviewing the second installment in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series. And that is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Released in 1986. Directed once again by Tobe Hooper. And the film stars Dennis Hopper, Caroline Williams, Bill Moseley, Jim Sedow, and Bill Johnson. And real quick, before I get into this review, most of you have probably wondered where I've been. Actually, I don't know if I should talk. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it at the end of the review. But, yeah, I'll talk about it at the end of the review. But the basic plot of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, it's pretty simple. But I'm just gonna read the plot off of Wikipedia. So here's the plot of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. The plot follows Vita Stretch Block, played by Caroline Williams, a radio host who is victimized and abducted by Leatherface and his cannibalistic family. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Dot Lefty Emright, the uncle of Sally and Franklin Hardestein, both prior victims of the family, hunts them down. And that's basically what you've got going on in TCM 2. I'm just going to call it that because calling it the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is just a mouthful. So, TCM 2. This, of course, is the sequel to the 1974 film, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It was directed once again by Tobe Hooper. And this one is kind of on the black comedy side. This is more of a comedy film than it is horror. Tom Hooper, Tobe Hooper, sorry, not Tom Hooper. Tobe Hooper, wanted to, make a sequel to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre because the Texas Chainsaw Massacre grossed over $1 billion at the box office, as well as this one. This one grossed over $8 million, so obviously a sequel was going to be made. And not a lot of people enjoyed this movie. A lot of people think that this is kind of a bland comedy, kind of a bland movie. This movie is very gory. If you thought the first one was gory, this one is very gory. I mean, there's literally a scene where Dennis Hopper, busts through a wall and a whole bunch of blood and guts spill out onto the floor. So that's why it's gory. So yeah. But this movie gained a cult following when it came out. Sorry, there's a bird outside my window, so if y'all hear that, I apologize. So, yeah, and if you look at the poster for this movie, they kind of spoofed The Breakfast Club for the poster, which I kind of like. But getting into what I think of this movie, Um, I like this movie. Okay, I like this movie. I think it's well made. It's well shot. It's well acted. It's well directed. I think Toby Hooper did a great job directing this movie. I think the cast of this movie is great. You've got Dennis Hopper as Lefty Enright, who is who's the uncle to Sally and Frank, and he wants to hunt Leatherface down for what his family did. And I think Dennis Hopper is good in this movie. I like Dennis Hopper. That bird really needs to shut up. I'm sorry. Not gonna let that distract me though. You have Caroline Williams as Vita Stretch Block. She's very good in this movie. She's the one that Leatherface falls in love with. Which we'll get to Leatherface in a second. Jim Seedow, the one and only Jim Seedow as Drayton Sawyer, aka the cook. He's very good in this movie. I like him. Bill Moseley as Robert Sawyer, also known as Choctaw. I love Choctaw. I mean, he's so funny in this movie. I like him so much in this movie. Then, of course, you have Bill Johnson as Leatherface. You actually have 3 actors that play Leatherface in this movie. Bill Johnson being the when he's in the close-up shots. But Bob Elmore plays Leatherface when he's not in the close-up shots. And then Tom Morja plays Leatherface in the opening scene when he's on the bridge and he's killing those 2 guys. That's Tom Morja in the bridge scene. And then Bill Johnson plays him in the close-up shots. And then Tom Elmore plays him when he's not in the close-up shots. So you have 3 actors that played Leatherface in this movie. You have Ken Everett as the grandpa. Yes, grandpa's back in this movie. You have Lou Perry in this movie as L.G. Peters. He's very good. Toby Hooper cameos in this movie. I forgot who he cameos as. And then Joe Bob Briggs, the one and only Joe Bob Briggs, cameos in this movie. Yeah. So, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, you know, this is a fine sequel. I really enjoy this movie. It's very bloody, as I mentioned. That one scene where Dennis Hopper is busting through a wall and you have all this blood and guts spilling out onto the floor. It's insane, man. But I like this movie. Trust me, these movies get weird. Trust me. These movies get really, really weird as we go along. Wait until my review of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. That's gonna be a fun one. I can't wait to talk about that one. I got a lot of stuff to say about that one. Trust me, that one's awful. That one's terrible. But I can't wait to give you guys my review of that movie. I'm gonna have so much fun bashing that movie. Yeah. So I think the kills in this movie are great. You of course get the opening kill with the 2 guys Buzz and Rick, the two high school seniors. I love them. I love those two in that movie. In the opening scene when they get killed. Yeah. So, TCM2, man, I mean, what can you say about this movie? I mean, sure, I know a lot of people are mixed on this movie, but I like it. I think this is a very good movie. It's very well written, very well directed, very well acted. The kills are great. Leatherface is great as always. Love Chop Top. Love Chop Top. Love Drayton's. Love Jim Seedow. Love Caroline Williams. So yeah. And may Jim Seedow rest in peace, man. I mean, he's yeah. So anyway, so that's basically all I have to say. And on a scale of 1 to 4 stars, I'm gonna give the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 a 4.5 out of 5. 4.5 out of 4 stars for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Really enjoy it. And before I go, I want to briefly tell you guys something that happened. I'm fine, by the way. I'm fine. If you follow me on Reddit, you probably heard me talk about this. But I'm fine. I'm okay. Everything's fine. But Tuesday night, I was rushed to the hospital. I obviously don't remember I remember being in the hospital, but I don't remember the leading up to being in the hospital. But I was in the hospital for I think Tuesday. I spent the night at the hospital. I'm alright, but thank you to everybody on Reddit that was kind enough to talk to me about it, and yeah, so I'm fine. But yeah, just wanted to let y'all in on that. And yeah, and that's my review of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. So next time I will be back to talk about the third Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. So, yep, this is Dawson Detectives. Thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time with another movie review. See ya.